Alright guys, I just woke up and I just couldn't wait to start playing this game again. So welcome back to some more of the house in Fata Morgana. Thank you all for the love and support you continue to show this game. I really appreciate it, guys. I'm just excited, guys, because we got another character to join us, and I feel like because Maria's there now, we have like a better chance at getting these keys. So I'm looking forward to seeing how this all develops. So with that said, guys, hope you all continue to enjoy watching. Let's keep it going. Alright guys, and we are back. I wouldn't let him be my brother if he didn't look good. That's quite the assertion, Nelly. It's so lively in here. I'm stranded in uncharted territory. Oh, I bet you're stiff as a board out there. Relax, deep breaths. You're asking the impossible. Alright, well, sit down and make yourselves comfortable, everyone. I'll go make some tea and something to snack on while I'm in there. It's a girls' night in. This will be fun. Why is Mikkel here, though? You have no idea how much I wish I knew. Oh, that's not important, but you know what is? 3 girls, 1 guy. That's gotta be rough. Actually, make that 4 girls. Huh? Why would that be rough? Tell me you've got 3 girls in 1 room. What do you think they're going to be talking about? Love. Romance. And there he sits, all alone in a pink cloud of girl talk. That sounds uncomfortable. And we get to watch him twist and squirm. That sounds like fun. What do they think I am, their plaything? I didn't just sense you smiling too, did I? Oh no, not at all. I was just thinking, I feel kind of bad for you. Why don't I believe you? We don't have time for this. Morgana's still locked up in that tower even as we speak. I get where you're coming from, but I don't think this will turn out to be a waste of time. All 3 of them have ties to the men with the keys. We could very well learn something from their conversation that could lead to a breakthrough. So I say we participate, see where it goes. What's this? Already friends, you two? Yep. I like this new lady a lot. She's a sweet little girl. What's not to love? You know that kind of makes me jealous. It took you a long time to warm up to me, Nelly. What? No, it didn't. I don't know. It felt to me like you were keeping your distance. Well, you know, it's not easy to work up the courage to talk to a real live saint. Oh, Nelly, you know it's not that big of a deal. I'm not even a real saint. So what's the conversation? Love. Romance. How about your taste in guys? Oh. Do you have anyone? A crush? A special someone? You do, don't you? I'm a servant of God the Father, so no, I do not have anyone. Oh, come on, we won't tell, promise. Forbidden love, so romantic, so exciting. You know, I think you should go first, Nelly. I like princely boys. My brother's the closest thing to my ideal. Oh, and I mean my real brother. You don't say. And you, Maria? What kind of guys do you like? Me? I like a nice subservient man. Someone who knows I'm in charge. Subtlety isn't her strong suit, huh? Why not someone you can always count on? Or encouraging and supportive? Or sweet and kind? Someone like that would be... Guys like that only light you little tween girls' fires. Things get a little more complicated as you get older. Life stops being quite so simple. So you start wanting to find someone who will make the daily load of even a little bit easier to swallow. Really? I'm not sure I want to grow up anymore. Though I guess that's partly a result of who I am, so who knows, maybe you'll have it a little better. I hope so. Okay, now it's your turn, Sister Marie. Me? I suppose I could tell you who my favorite angels are. No, it has to be someone real. You have to have someone. I already told you. There's someone else who hasn't gone yet. I can go after that, can I? Uh-oh. I missed out on that one. Let's find out. Who else is there? Oh, gee. You know, that's not a half bad idea. Agreed, I want to know too. No dodgy answers either. What? What kind of girl do you like, Mikkel? What? You're not supposed to bring me into the conversation. Lighten up, loosen up, let us have it. It's a very complicated personal matter. Then how about we make things simple, turn it into a choice? A choice? Of the three of us, who ticks the most boxes on your complicated tastes? Don't think too hard about it, just pick one. Me? The teensy tiny one. Or the nun. Who will it be? Ah, they're gonna give you a choice, aren't you? What on earth have I gotten myself into? The way they're staring at me, I'm not getting out of this. Hello, help yourself. We're saving this. I don't know why. I feel like this is important too. Or maybe not. Okay, I know how to answer this. I already have someone. What? Really? Psh, that's no fun. You can still tell us what lights your fire at least, even if you already got someone. Loving someone is a beautiful thing. I will pray for God to grant you both His blessing. What's she like though? I want to know. Tell us about her. What's she like? She's always smiling. She's a very cheerful, energetic person. The opposite of me in many ways. So is she staying at the mansion with you? No. I'm here alone. Does she not feel the same way about you? I'm quite in love, is it? Poor thing. It won't be cheap, but I'll keep you company for the night if you want. She loves me too. Then why isn't she here? If you're a couple, you're supposed to stay together. Did you leave her behind when you left? Circumstances prevent us from seeing each other right now. I can always feel her there by my side, but I can't see her. What circumstances? Now, Nelly, don't be prying. It's a personal matter, one I'm sure isn't easy for him. Will you ever be able to see her again? I have faith that I will. Because when I see her next, in the flesh, I need to take her by the hands, look her in the eyes, and tell her something very important. Mikkel? Is she somewhere really far away? Or is there something else getting in your way? Women are fickle creatures though. You may think she'll always love you, but spend enough time apart and who knows how those feelings might change. We're not as bullheaded as you guys tend to be. While you're here, away from her, she could find someone else she likes. Or maybe she already has. I would never! Her feelings will never change. She has spent more time waiting for me than you can possibly imagine. Though, there were times she lost sight of what she was waiting for. Deep down in her heart, she never forgot about me. I know that for a fact. I don't buy that sickly sweet her love is eternal crap one damn bit. It's short-sighted, ignorant. People change, their feelings change. It's the ones you think you care most about who will inevitably stab you in the back one day. Ah, and there you go. A little bit of her side of her story. That's what people do. You just never had the pleasure. But one day, you will. You'll taste the bitterness of betrayal. Is there anyone in your life you care about more than yourself? You wouldn't understand what we had together then.
But someday, if you ever find someone who means that much to you, I think you'll come to understand that it is possible to love someone even if they do sometimes cause you pain. You're telling this to a whore that already has me out of the running. I don't think that's true. Anyone can find someone, no matter who they are. It doesn't matter how old you are or what kind of work you do. Or if you're a noble or a peasant. Oh, come on, you're making it sound like I'm the bad guy here. In this case, she might actually be more mature than you, Maria. Oh, shove it. Now that Mikhail's answered, it's your turn. What? Do I really have to? You do. Everyone else has answered. Like I said, I don't have anyone. Or, don't forget about the tea I made. It's gonna get cold. Anyway, I'm more interested in catching up with you, Maria, than talking about boys. What happened after you left? Way to sidestep the subject. Alright, sure. We can talk about that. An orphanage? Yep. Neither of us had parents or families, so we were raised in an orphanage. Beyond the second door, Pauline had a family and seemed to be quite well off. I guess that's not the case here. So you grew up together then? Sister Marie's never told me about her childhood before. I don't like to talk about the past. Not the best of memories after all. I'd say we're both lucky that we made it this far in life. You still keep in touch with that of a director. Now don't talk about him like that. He's not a bad person. Yeah, I know. In your mind, everyone's not a bad person. He isn't really. But yes, he stops by occasionally to check in. He was the one who set me on the path to becoming a nun. He always was fond of you. Perfect little angel you were. I doubt he liked me any more than anyone else. Compared to you, I was a damn gremlin. You were a naughty girl, weren't you, Maria? The naughtiest girl around. I throw rocks at the walls, making all these little holes, and one time I even filled the director's shoes with dog turd. That would make anyone angry. I wasn't always a little twat, mind you. The director either loved you or hated you. There was no middle ground. And if he didn't like you, life was hell. He'd make you go without supper or force you to sleep outside. Stuff like that. That's awful. I had no idea he was doing that to you. You could have said something. Like that would have made a difference. You adored the damn director. You never would have believed me or over him. Once you put your trust in someone, you refuse to believe they could be anything less than perfect. Completely blinded by faith. I don't. You do. The only reason you're willing to believe me now is because it's been so long, and because there are other people here. Well, actually, this could help us. This would probably be a good time to step in, Mikhail. She's the subject or something. I feel kind of bad for her. How long were you two together? Until we were around 10, I think. Does that sound about right? Sounds about right, yeah. I got fed up with everything and ran off. Ended up at a brothel. Been a whore ever since. It's been, what, 10 years now? I'm practically a veteran. Do you like life at the brothel better than the orphanage, Maria? Between the two, I'd take the brothel any day. There, I've got friends and colleagues. Although, I did lose a whole bunch of them 4 years ago. 4 years ago? I remember hearing word of a brothel raided by bandits around that same time. Was that where you worked, Maria? Yep, and what a nightmare that was. I mean, why the hell would you raid a whorehouse? Why not go after some noble's estate or that damn lord for that matter? Isn't that that's what Morgana was telling us. She was at a brothel, she made friends there, and it got raided. Unless that story was Maria's story. Or maybe they were both around that time, though. A brothel? Raided by bandits? 4 years ago. What's the matter? Trying to make those forehead wrinkles permanent? I know I shouldn't be surprised, but I'm beginning to think Maria might have had some contact with Morgana in life as well. That's true, she might have been one of Morgana's friends. Oh? 4 years ago would make Morgana 12. And where was she then? Ah! I have a question for you, Maria. Was there a girl by the name Morgana at that brothel? You know Morgana? Oh, nice! So my suspicion was right. Yeah, Morgana was there. Me and the other girls looked after her together. But after the bandits raised the place, I never saw her again. What a travesty that was. It was chaos. Only Only a handful of us even survived. Okay, good to know. I figured she'd either been killed or sold off somewhere. But if you know her, that means she's alive, right? That's great to hear. I've been worried about her ever since. Oh, she's not gonna like what she's about to hear if we tell her. Mikkel, Morgana's the Saintess' name, isn't it? That's what you told me. Huh? Saintess? That's right, Nelly. That is indeed the name of the person who performed your miracle. And she's locked up in the tower now? Locked up? You told Nelly all that nonsense too, Mikkel? It's not nonsense. Mel told me everything. It's all true. He feels terrible about what he's done, but he can't set her free by himself. Now you too? We need the other 2 keys. The Lord has one, and his bodyguard has another. After learning the truth, I knew I had to tell you. But I was too afraid you wouldn't believe me. And if you didn't believe me, something bad might happen to Mel. It's not good to tell lies, Nelly. And the same goes for your brother as well. What? The Lord stores his valuables in that tower. That's why it's locked up and you can't get in. Or are all 3 of you after as well? Of course not. And you, Mikkel, you need to stop planting these strange suspicions in. See, this is exactly what I'm talking about. Exactly. Yep. You haven't changed one bit. You won't even give someone the time of day if they're saying anything that contradicts someone you decide you trust. Can the watchtower, was it? Can you not bust the door down? I'm still lost as hell here. But the long and short of it is Morgana might be in that tower. She is, yes. It might be possible to break down the door with a dozen or so people to help, but that's infeasible. Besides, opening the door isn't our only objective. So we need the other keys. Correct. It's not true. He would never do that to someone. Ah, swordsman. Gotcha. People think he's scary and mean, but they're wrong. He's a sweet, respectable man. He would never lock up an innocent girl. Oh, how little you know. Even though everyone else is saying he would? If I don't believe in him, then who will? So you are more than acquaintances. If you really have that much faith in his goodness, then tell us that after you've seen what he's done. Pauline. Assuming, hypothetically, there really is someone in the tower. There's nothing I could do about it. I'm a nun. I have no real authority here. I'm just a pretty face. Nevertheless, he started this to help you. So if you tell him to stop, he might actually listen. Please, Sister Marie, help us set the Saintess free. Oh, this is great. We're getting some team members here now. Finally, I thought it was just gonna be me and Mel. That was already a problem in and of itself because we have so little help, and the swordsman is the most problematic of all. I'm not even worried about the Lord right now. It's the swordsman I'm the most, apprehensive about. Your ability to trust someone so completely is actually pretty amazing. But if you let it turn into blind faith, it'll come back and bite you in the ass. Could I please ask the 2 of you to leave? An old friend of mine might be being held prisoner right now. And you expect me to just scamper on home. Go. She's a little too innocent, perhaps, but I don't think her faith is entirely blind. You are a woman who is capable of making decisions for herself. I know you are. Yes, you placed your complete faith in one man, but that hasn't stopped you from considering what you should do with your own life. You were never short-sighted. We only met yesterday. What could you possibly know about me? Give me some time. Until tomorrow. Time to think about what to do. As you wish. So, is all that really true? It is. How do you know any of that, though? Because... What story should I go with this time? Should I use the letter again? Forget it. That's not important. The pipsqueak ain't one to go throwing around accusations like that for Point is, I'll take your word for it. And if we get the door open and it turns out there's no one there, no harm done. So you believe me? You're not lying, are you? No, I'm not. Then that's that. Looks like Pauline isn't the only one to give blind faith either. Frustrating part is winning over a whore isn't going to get you very far toward fixing anything. That's not true. Just knowing you believe me is reassuring. If you say so. Could I ask you something? You did come here in search of the Lord, didn't you? He has the third key without which we cannot get into the tower. And my gut tells me you're the one who's going to make that possible. Why would you think that? I was thinking the same thing. Because you have a very strong connection to him. You may think I sound crazy, but your souls are inextricably bound together. Our souls? Don't even joke. I know how it sounds, but that's the only way. Okay, you got me. I'm done lying. You're right, I came here looking for the Lord. There are rumors going around saying he's been seen coming in and out of the church here. So I figured I'd take the opportunity to cave his skull in. You what? What you gonna do about it? Call the guards on me? No, I won't. But tell me, why do you want to kill him? Why? Why, you're not from around here? Well, you should know he's one hell of an aggressive ruler. I won't deny he's done wonders for the economy. The city is a great place to be if you're a merchant. Taxes are lower than anywhere else, and all you need is enough money and you can buy citizenship. But for the people who lived here our whole lives, the poor, the peasants, those who need the most help, it's only getting harder to stay afloat. The gap's getting bigger by the day. While the main street's looking lavish and lively, people are literally starving to death on the back streets. He tore down this vineyard that's been around for generations to make room for more shops. And sure, you can import some damn fine wine from some other city. But where does that leave everyone who can't afford it? That reminds me, in the third door, he ran some other company's factory out of business for his own profit. Different businesses, same practices. Giselle. The merchants, especially those who came in from other cities, got treated like kings, but the Lord still has plenty of enemies. I see. So you're someone who doesn't think highly of him then? Pretty much. What would killing one man accomplish though? Not much probably. It'd make me feel a hell of a lot better though. Do you not actually know the Lord in person then? I've met him before, so I know who to look for. But that's about it. There's none of this, oh, what do you call it, inextricably linked souls crap. No, thank you. Maria says she's met him, and Morgana mentioned seeing prostitutes at the Lord's Manor when she was first taken there. Could she have been one of them then? Changing the subject a bit, there's something I wanted to ask you about Pauline. Frankly, her being a nun, it doesn't make a damn lick of sense to me. What do you mean? I mean, this isn't what she wanted with her life. When we were kids at the orphanage, she wasn't exactly the pillar of faith. We said grace before meals, but only because those were the rules. All ceremony, nothing more to it. She appears to be quite devout to me. I'm thinking something had to have made her that way, forced her into the role. The girl I knew was pretty unexceptional. Had her head in the clouds though, so we never really got along. But she was always talking about how when she left the orphanage, she'd find the perfect man, fall in love, get married. You could practically see it in the hearts in her eyes. They'd buy a comfortable house, have a few kids, maybe get a dog. It'd be a happy family, warm, peaceful. And every time she told me this, I'd snort and tell her she needed to get herself a more original dream, at which point she'd start crying and calling me mean. Wow, Maria was an impressively jaded 10-year-old girl. She was a girl in love, And now she's a bloody nun. I guess it kind of makes sense as an extension of her unwavering trust shtick. But I mean, come on, surely she could have chosen someone better to put that trust in. Anyway, I guess what I'm trying to get at is, as unreceptive as she was back there, she wasn't doing it maliciously. Not that I have any right to defend her after all the I gave her about it. You know, you're making it very hard to tell whether you like her or not. Don't think too hard about it. Just sticking up for an old acquaintance. Anyway, I think I'll head back. As concerned as I am about Morgana, there ain't much I can do. Guards aren't going to believe the ramblings of some whore, especially not when she's making accusations about the damn Lord. That part's going to be the real problem, I figure. If there's anything I can do, let me know. You can find me at the brothel in town. Well, I'm off. It's late. I'm not sure how safe it is for you to be wandering around the dark alone. Maybe I should accompany you. Don't worry, this is my home turf. And besides, if someone did attack, I'm pretty sure I could outrun you. And overpower you at that. The worst part is, she's probably right. But... yeah, better to be safe. I'm saving again, because you never know. As per usual. I would feel better knowing you made it back safely. I'm telling you, I don't need an escort. But if you insist, you're welcome to accompany me. The brothel's in the back streets. If you want, you can even stay for a bit, have a little fun. Also, maybe I can learn a little more, if anything. I think I'll have to pass. Maybe one day you'll get that stick out of your ass. Giselle. Giselle. What? Ah, hello. What is it? You've been so quiet, I was getting concerned. It's good to know you're still there. I guess I sort of dozed off for a bit. I'm fine though, no need to worry. Are you sure? Yeah, just... remind me what's going on, would you? You're positive nothing's wrong. Positive as positive can be. I promise, I just nodded off. I just convinced Maria to let me escort her back to the brothel. Seriously? Should I not have offered? I didn't think you were thoughtful enough to accompany a lady home at night. That's a low blow. I thought that's what Didier would have done, so that's what I did. Ah, I see. Well, make sure she gets back safely then. I will. Yo, you just gonna stand there? Get moving or I'll leave you in the dust. Alright, this should do. The back streets aren't particularly welcoming to new faces popping up and wandering around after dark. Won't want you to get mugged on your way back. I don't need that on my conscience right now. Alright. Out of curiosity, is the brothel you work at now the same one that was attacked 4 years ago? Nah, different place. Unless someone's done something with it. The one from 4 years ago is still abandoned. I thought about fixing it up, getting everyone back together, but there's not many of us left, and well, I'm not even sure I want to go back myself, you know? Understandable. What was Morgana like when she was there? Not sure what to tell you, she never talked much, so I'm not sure if she even liked being around us. I can assure you, she did. She's told me her time at the brothel was one of the few chapters of her life she remembers fondly. If that's true, that's great to hear. There were times I thought maybe we should take her to an orphanage somewhere. But well, you know how my experience living at one of those went, so yeah. But at the same time, it's not like a bunch of whores were gonna make better parents. So I was never really sure what the right thing to do was. And then after the raid, well, felt like crap. She didn't have to be there, but I stupidly thought it was a good idea to keep a little girl in the lawless back streets. I can't tell you what the best choice would have been, but I can tell you her time with you changed her for the better. So you don't need to feel guilty about choosing to keep her there. I appreciate it. If it's not too much trouble, could you tell me about Morgana in more detail? It's a bit late tonight, so how about tomorrow? Got a little something I want to give you too. Oh? It's nothing much, but you'll see. I'll sneak into the courtyard again tomorrow night. Alright. I'll meet you there then. Anyway, I'm off. Actually, one last thing before I go. Take this. What? A knife? To protect yourself. You sure don't look like you're carrying anything. I'm not, but if I take this, then you... It's fine, I've got two. You have... Collecting pointy things is one of my hobbies. That doesn't sound like the safest hobby. Anything with a nice sharp tip sends shivers down my spine. Makes my heart skip a beat. I'm not sure those are appropriate feelings to have about blades. Alright guys, I'm going to have to end the video here for today. Thank you all for watching. When we come back, we're going to continue onwards and see where this part of the chapter takes us. So until then guys, thank you again for watching.